Well, back to New South Wales, the state's longest serving Nationals MP, Melinda Pavey, has announced that she will leave politics after the March election. She joins us live now. You've had quite a career. Why are you hanging up the boots now, Melinda?
Well, 20 years in the New South Wales bear pit, I think people do more for murder, but I've loved every minute of it, and it's time to take a new challenge. I was clearly disappointed in December when Paul Toole, the leader of the New South Wales Nationals, said, "Oh, Mel, there's no room in the ministry for you." And I think that gave me a time to reflect on what's best for me. I'm young enough to have another career, do other things, use all this experience I've had for the past 20 years to do further good. And I had some really clever people say to me, "You don't actually need to be in Parliament to do everything." So I'm going to continue to contribute. It just won't be in the bear pit.
Is it getting increasingly hard to achieve what you want to do in Parliament? You note that you can have a lot of effect and affect a lot of change outside of Parliament. Is sometimes your voice drowned out within that arena?
Look, in terms of change, what we've done in New South Wales in terms of infrastructure and investment, I live in a community where the Pacific Highway is the main artery. 53 people died every year before we completed the dual carriageway. Being a national in government, working with our federal colleagues, getting that done has just been, an incredible experience. And we've managed the state's finances well in New South Wales. So many great things coming to our electorates. But some of the big picture issues, whether it's in planning, whether it's in other areas such as family and community services, they're bigger picture issues that we need to be able to manage and orchestrate. So I think there's some bigger picture thinking that we need to do. We've got some big challenges in housing supply, housing affordability, my own kids being able to afford a house and everyone else's kids for that matter. I think they're some of the bigger things that you don't need to be on the front line every day working on. And that's what I'm looking forward to being part of.
Is part of your thinking that the government's not going to win?
No, it's not part of my thinking, and if we have that approach, that things are signed and sealed and delivered 6 months before an election, we've seen amazing things happen. And I think the core is we have been a good government. There is much more to do. And we've seen the unions, how they've been behaving in recent weeks and months with the train strikes in Sydney. We don't want the unions running New South Wales. And to my way of thinking, that equals Labor. We've done the infrastructure. We've done the work that we've been able to do because we've put the people of New South Wales first, not the unions.
Melinda, good to talk to you. There's a long time between now and March. Many things can happen. We'll speak to you between now and then.
Thanks very much, Laura. Bye.